So, back in 2006, where the Golf GTI was the only hot hatch, Opel decided that they wanted a piece of the pie with this. A hot hatch has to be, first of all, a hatchback and then a hot hatchback. So let's see how well the Astra does as a hatchback. The front is like any other Astra of that era, of course, fairly comfortable. You have plenty of adjustment on the seat, and the steering wheel is adjustable again, you know. Really simple laid out. Here on the doors you have some cabin holders. Here that handle is like from a toy, really cheap. But there is leather here and fake carbon here, soft touch plastic, which I like. The dashboard is again very soft, you can see. Here you have silver. You can see the carbon theme doesn't continue here, but you know, it's fine. Let's talk about the infotainment screen. So, from the left side of the steering wheel, you've got the controls for the screen, of course. From there, you can control various features of the car and see two board computers. You've got a timer for your lap times and a tire pressure monitor system. Yeah, really interesting, some cars don't have that. From the right side of the steering wheel, you control the radio. So what about the rear of the car? Well, that's where the problems start. I mean, you can see there's no rear door, there's no door handle, so you have to climb from the front, which is annoying, really annoying. You can do the seat like that and you finally get inside. There is actually tons of space for a 5-year-old, I guess. You can see if I put the seat like that, there is just a finger, that much of a legroom. And as for my head, there is not a lot. I mean, no, there is no headroom. There is a woofer, yeah, for the entertainment of the cramped rear passengers. There are some cup holders. Yeah, and if I climb out of the rear, I can show you that there is a fairly big trunk for the size. Yeah. It's big enough to handle a man like me. I mean, you can see, whoop, whoop, out. Yeah, it's not as big as my previous car that I had for review. So that was everything about the interior of the car. Now let's see some great features of the Opel Astra OPC. It has automatic bi-xenon headlamps. They actually turn when you turn the steering wheel, and they do a bit of a dance when you open the car. You have a one-zone climate control unit which can produce plenty of cold air for the cabin. You have rear parking sensors and electric mirrors. And the interior mirror gets darker when it senses lights from the rear. You have automatic wipers too, and pre-installation for roof bars. So, is the Opel Astra OPC a good hatchback? It could have been a much better hatchback if it had rear doors. But if it had rear doors, it wouldn't have that wonderful coupe line. I mean, it's hatchback, we know it, but it's, you know, a nice design feature. I like it. Yeah. So now I think it's time to cover the hot hatch territory. The Astra OPC has a unique blue color, a new front bumper with a splitter and honeycomb grille effect. The fog lamps are actually inspired from an AMG, I think. On the side you've got some side skirts, which look really good, and new 18-inch wheels. They actually have 225/40 diameter. You can have 19 inches, but yeah. On the rear, you've got a new diffuser and middle exhaust. Yeah, I'll let you hear it. on the top you get a small lip spoiler. The interior has some upgrades too. Take a look at these Recaro seats. They are wonderful. They are the only back seats that I have ever been in, and you feel that you're inside the seat, not on the seat. Some buckets are too narrow, but on these Recaros you don't get that. The steering wheel has perforated leather, which again is a nice stat. The gear lever is again OPC. Yeah, the Opel Performance Center putting its emblem everywhere on that car. Plus you get some sidekicks with OPC written on them, fake carbon trim, some aluminum pedals, and a sport button which stiffens up the suspension and turns off the traction control. You get to know that this is not any Opel Astra, it's something far more special. Let's get on with the driving. So, driving the Astra OPC. About the engine. The engineers did a really good job. It's torquey, powerful for 2006 standards. The thing that I like most is the responsiveness. This is a turbo car, but yet after 2000 RPM the turbo kicks in, and yeah, that was 80 with second gear and in no time. I have driven that car other times a bit faster, but not today. The problem is the handling actually. You all know that, all the people that you're watching, I'm guessing, it's a problem, yeah, I'll agree. Does make that car bad? No, if you are one of these people that want a really nice placed car, a car that can do very well in windy roads, this is not the car for you. Buy an Audi instead, it's much better. But if you are the type of person who wants excitement from a car, this is exciting. And it's not about how fast you go, it's the way you go. It's on a different way from all the other cars. I have driven an A45 AMG, to tell you. This is a really fast car, really. I think it's the fastest hot hatch that has ever been produced. The problem is that it's not really that exciting. Not as exciting as the OPC, really. I'm not saying that the Astra is a better car, that's for sure, it's not a better car. But on the excitement department, I think it's more. And as I've said, it's not about the speed, okay? Because there are plenty of cars that have the same figures as the Astra, but you know, there are sometimes luxury cars, big SUVs, Audis. That's a problem. So yeah, what do I think about the OPC? What's my point of view on the Astra OPC? Well, if you're looking for a hot hatch that's really exciting and you're not really into cornering, for example, if you live in a place called the city, you might just go right ahead and buy one of these things if they are good. Because on the used department, there is a problem. Many of these cars have been tuned, you know, to produce 300 horsepower, 400 horsepower, and they are a bit of a shit. I'll tell you the truth, yeah. You have to be really careful when choosing a used Astra OPC. It's a fact that all the people that bought the Astra OPC, most of them actually, went and modified it. Because from a small tune you can produce 30 more horsepower, 40 more horsepower, and it's a great number, but it's not good for the engine, nor for your wallet when the service bill arrives. So if you find a car that's in good condition with no modifications and you leave the handling problem outside, I think it's a nice car.
So, if you like the video, please push that like button and consider to subscribe to my channel. I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I guess I'll see you to the next one. Cheers!